Welcome back, everybody. This is The Undefeated. This is Tyler. Alongside me, I have Jarvis Redwine and Leon Hurst.
What's going on?
What's going on, everybody?
And today we're covering the Big Ten Conference. Who is the top of the Big Ten? Then we'll be moving on to the Big 12 Conference. Who is the top of the Big 12? That offensive power conference. And then we're just covering the college football in general. Who's your top wide receiver? Who's the top offensive team? And we got plenty to cover. But first of all, let me just start out by saying this. J.J. Watt. I have to commend what he has done for the city of Houston. It's tremendous. He's now raised over $10 million in support of Houston.
Yeah, and he started off as like a $200,000 goal.
Yes.
Has reached what? How much? 12
Now
million?
it's over $10 million.
I heard some places like 12 million, but hey.
Yeah, he probably is there now.
Wow.
He's done a great job. I seriously commend him for it. I mean, you got people, multiple famous athletes. You got Floyd Mayweather, over hundreds of millions donating to that. I mean, you got families dying in this. I feel bad for Houston.
Yeah.
And I'm glad sports can help out in a way like this that they have.
I also got to commend Des Bryant. He donated like $50,000
Yes.
to the cause. So
Even the Houston Rockets owner, who's not even owning the Houston Rockets anymore, has donated around $50 million.
I have heard that, or should I say that I just read that they've been funded over $530 million.
incredible.
It's honestly great how we can go from something like Charlottesville to boom, we're one nation with this Hurricane Harvey.
Absolutely.
It's great.
It's awesome.
It's great.
It's awesome.
All right, now with a better note, Matt Stafford is now the highest paid quarterback in the league. Is this right? Because we just saw Derek Carr get the $25 million extension per year. Now Matt Stafford's getting $27 million a year.
I just see Matt Stafford as being a stat stuffer. He can't really do anything, in the playoffs. He's a good. Let me just tell you this. He's a decent quarterback, but he's not great. But who else are you going to have there? Come.
I
to
think
Denver.
I also
Detroit,
think
actually.
having Matt Stafford be a highest paid quarterback's a bad decision. But I think he is better than Derek Carr. If you think about it, Matt Stafford doesn't have an offense like Derek Carr.
No, he doesn't.
The best offense he had was when Calvin Johnson was there, and now he's gone. And all he has is Golden Tate, Amir Abdullah, who's okay. He's okay.
He's okay.
And
Yeah.
Theo Riddick, he's just a
Yeah.
catch the ball on a route type running back.
Well, you got Amir Abdullah now.
Yeah,
Hometown Huskers.
The thing is, Matt Stafford's been in the league for 7 years, and he has 0 playoff wins.
That's the thing. He doesn't do anything in the playoffs, and he can't get to the playoffs. And I'm just looking at him like,
No, you cannot rate him up there with Rodgers, Brady, and Breeze. You just can't. You just cannot put him in that category and give him that amount of much more money than what them guys make. If anything, I can see someone giving Brady or Rodgers that type of raise, but not Stafford's just not along those lines where he's tearing everybody else up in money wise. That's I don't know.
do you think they're just awarding for stats and all that?
More than likely. I mean, if we know Matt Stafford, he doesn't get injured. That's very nice. If we just take your time, people, and watch the Detroit Lions. See how many times Matt Stafford actually gets hit, and it's brutally hit.
Yes.
He gets right back up. So maybe that's it. He's playing every single game, every down.
That's probably what it is.
I don't know. So
rewarding him for
he's played. He's played more games and more plays than any quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I seriously. Congrats to Matt Stafford. Hey, that's a big payday.
If you can get the money, you can get the money.
Yeah, okay.
Take it and run.
Yes.
Now, real quick, before we move on, I want to remind all the people out there, remember to contact us through the Facebook page at Undefeated Sports Talk Show, or you can contact me at my email at tylerhurst20@yahoo.com. Now, everybody remembers this last weekend. Floyd Money Mayweather, the money team, fought Conor McGregor. It was a better fight than I expected. I'm glad I went the distance. Went 10 rounds, and now Mayweather is now 50-0. Woo!
Yeah.
I honestly,
you did predict Leon. You did predict it going like 10 rounds, did you?
No, Tyler ended up predicting 10 rounds. I predicted 8, which ended in 10, which good for Tyler. He guessed it right on the spot. But
Got me about 1,000.
I thought really that Conor would throw harder punches. He started out, but he was wearing out, and then when he was hitting him come the 4th, 5th round, it was like you're barely even hitting him. I'm like, I thought, now, okay, I'm thinking this is an MMA fighter. I know you're tired.
Yeah.
But I can see him throwing harder punches than that.
What were the rabbit punches? You know, just
that's what I'm talking about. The
was
rabbit punches.
I mean, kind of like I thought he was going to hit harder since being in UFC and in that type of environment. I thought he was actually going to, when he got a clean look at Mayweather, I thought he was going to just knock him out. But
I thought in the very beginning, I thought, man, he's not doing bad. But then he just couldn't contend.
Let me get started on this. We knew Conor McGregor was going to lose. We all knew it. And by the 10th round, it was definitely over. I thought Conor McGregor was going to fall on his back. He was stumbling back. Floyd caught him with a right hand roll. He said, oh! Hey, plain and simple, got TKO'd.
He did, and Mayweather showed his age. He really showed his age in the ring.
He did.
I mean, I don't want to ever see him fight again.
No.
Actually,
No.
because he should have just taken him out in the first couple rounds.
He couldn't, like they said, he wasn't being himself because he was being more where he could give Conor, see what he's got, and so forth.
Well, now he's past Rocky Marciano, so what else do you got to do? You've passed him. Now,
You've passed him.
yes. What else do you got to prove?
Yeah. You don't have to prove anything.
Pound for pound, today's generation best fighter. Today's generation.
Oh, absolutely. Hands down. I mean, he's...
Honestly,
he's
Conor did congratulate him on the fight.
Yeah.
He said his strategy basically ruined Conor.
Yeah.
Basically, Floyd waited for Conor to sit there, waste his energy, picked him right apart in the end. It was over. It was over.
But, the thing is with the MMA fighters, that's why they said, do you want more doing it? No, I don't, because it's different because, like Conor said, he was worn out. He said he said his thoughts and everything was still there. It just, he was so tired by that time because he's used to 3 rounds compared to 10 rounds.
Yep.
And he says he wished the ref would have let him just knock him down on his back or whatever instead.
What do you think about that? Do you think they ended the fight too quickly?
No. you let Floyd keep striking, Conor is going to get knocked out.
Yeah.
He was going to get knocked out. But you got to give Conor the benefit of the doubt. He landed 111 punches. Pacquiao could not do that.
Yeah.
There are a couple other fighters that could not do that against Floyd. But then again, you got to look at Floyd. He said he's going to play more offense. That's what he did.
Yep.
He played less defense. But he did not beat TBE, the best ever, Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. All I know is Mayweather's 50-0.
Wow. But do you think this is going to open up more opportunities for Conor McGregor to box in the future?
No, I don't think so. I think he's going to stick with MMA where he's best at. And, like I say, he's unbeatable. Why transfer? I'd stay right where you're at and keep going. Yeah, he can make more money in boxing.
Yeah.
But you know what? Stay where you're good at and do what you got to do.
I agree with you.
Let me be honest with you. If he fought Triple G or Canelo,
Oh, man.
McGregor's done in 5 rounds.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Easily. Or before.
Oh, yeah.
So, I think he just needs to go back to where he belongs.
I agree.
Right, you guys, this is the thing too. The upcoming boxer, which we all seen that fight too, is the boy from Omaha.
Yeah, he's good.
I think he's going to really be. I think pound for pound, he probably is the best fighter right now in the world.
It's going to be interesting. Terrence Crawford does want to go up in weight, so he's going to be where Jeff Horn's at. He'd
Yeah.
just be Pacquiao. Pacquiao, I think, is going to be done anytime soon.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
And that's the
interesting.
thing, it's just, and I think he is going to go up to the weight panel,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think by the time he'd make it Pacquiao's going to be retired.
Yeah.
He's missing a fight. He backed out of a
Yeah,
fight.
he backed out of Jeff Horton rematch.
Yeah, he's getting old. He's getting up there. Yeah, so.
Hey, he's still in probably top 10 greats.
Oh, yeah.
So
Pacquiao,
he has nothing to be ashamed of.
Oh, no. He's.
Let me get this started. We're going to get heated right now. Because we're talking about the Big Ten Conference. So here are the rankings that ESPN put out.
Okay.
I'm just going to go from 1 to 14. I'm just going to name them. Goes Ohio State, Penn State, Wisconsin, Michigan, Northwestern, Nebraska, Iowa, Maryland, Minnesota, Indiana, Michigan State, Purdue, Illinois, Rutgers. What
Okay.
you think?
Why isn't Michigan second?
I gotta agree. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, why is
I honestly think, of course, we haven't seen Michigan yet play this season.
Yeah.
We've seen Ohio State, which to me wasn't very impressive last night until they got going. And of course, the other guys, they lost their pump up. They lost their adrenaline rush.
Yes.
If they would have held that, I think that they could have held Ohio State at least 2 lower points than what they got. But Michigan, that's where I'd rather put.
How do you not have Jim Harbaugh in Michigan ahead of Wisconsin and Penn State?
I know. I don't get it. I think they're looking at who's going to quarterback Michigan. You got Wilton Spates, but
he's not bad.
He's not that bad, yeah. And
These rankings are blasphemous.
you
They're
got Wilton
blasphemous.
Spates and Chris Evans, and then you have that defense with Michigan, that Rashawn Gary and Maurice Tyler Hurst.
Maurice Hurst is very good though.
Yeah, Maurice Hurst and Rashawn Gary, they're going to have to anchor that line, and I think they will. And they have young defensive backs, but they can come in and actually, I think by the year's end, they could be really, really solid.
That's
so
why.
I don't understand why they don't have Michigan as number 2. I mean,
Well, even then, I'd almost put Michigan State above one of them teams. I really would.
Michigan State above Penn State or Wisconsin.
I would prefer over Penn State. Penn State, they were playing in whiteout last year against Ohio State. That stadium was pure whiteout.
I like
they
that
all
Trace
wore their white
McSorley.
shirts.
Trace
So,
McSorley.
I have them. Okay, I have this is my list. Okay,
Go ahead.
Okay, ready? I have Ohio State number 1, of course.
Okay.
They didn't look good last night until the second half, but man,
Here comes Michigan.
that freshman was impressive.
Second half, Ohio State looked as good as
J.K.
anybody.
Dobbins, he is going to be a beast.
I agree. Indiana didn't even score the second half.
They didn't. And that defense, Ohio State's defense finally showed up. And
They're all
they're only going to, they're all rookies. And they're going to get even better as the season goes on. So, man, I just feel Ohio State still, until somebody stops them, they are in my top spot right now. Michigan, I already told you about what Michigan, can do. Penn State, number 3. They're deserving of a high spot. Trace McSorley and Saquon Barkley, potential Heisman candidate, trophy candidates. They're returning 6 starters on defense. Oh man,
I like Penn State.
Wisconsin, number 4.
Okay.
Yeah, Wisconsin, number 4. I love their running backs.
Good.
Roger Shaw.
They do have a running back game.
Oh man, and the junior transfer from Pitt, Chris James. Watch him. He's gonna be so good. Iowa, number 5.
Ooh, I don't like that.
You don't like it?
I don't like that.
Whoa, what? Okay.
The only reason why I see number 5 is because they have a horrible schedule.
Who would you put on? Who put at number 5?
Northwestern. Let me tell you why.
I have them number. Okay, go ahead and tell me why.
Okay. Let me just rebrush on my rankings real quick. That way you just kind of get this entire touch here.
Okay.
So I got Ohio State number 1 because when you look at the conference, nobody compares to them. They're obviously the best overall team in the conference. They have their best veteran quarterback in the in college football, J.T. Barrett. He can throw and run. Arguably the best offensive line in the Big Ten. They have the best running back, arguably, Mike Weber, if he becomes healthy.
Man,
That-
he better become healthy
Yeah.
right away because J.K. Dobbins.
That freshman's great. Their wide receivers, they struggled a little bit, but they're only going to become great.
Oh,
they always do.
That Campbell's something.
Last year, they were 6th in the nation on defense. They have Greg Schiano, who was in the NFL,
Yeah.
obviously as their defensive coordinator. Obviously, their pass rushers, they're all returning from last year.
Oh, yeah.
They had 28 sacks last year. I love their linebackers. So I have Ohio State going 11-1. I think they had their chances to lose to Oklahoma or Penn State, but I think they beat them because they play them at home. I think their biggest challenge, it's going to come as a surprise. Their biggest challenge is that they come here at Nebraska.
Oh, no.
But I think their biggest challenge is where I think they lose at Michigan last game of the season. They play at Michigan.
I could see that. I could see that because, you know, Ohio State, they're kind of notorious like slow starters, especially with J.T. Barrett
Yes.
at home. And, you know, if you start slow with Michigan, oh, man, you know, so.
See, we agreed on Michigan. We both love Wilton Spate. They obviously have wide receiver talent, multiple running backs. Rashawn Gary, like you said, top defensive prospect, probably go top in the NFL draft. Last year, they had number 1 defense. They're bringing most of them back. I see them going 10-2. They lose to Penn State and Wisconsin.
I can see that.
Third, Penn State, just like you. James Franklin, I love that head coach.
Oh, yeah.
Just got an extension.
Oh, yeah.
He has 9 stars return on offense. He did lose his wide receivers,
He did.
but they'll grow. And you have Saquon Barkley, Trace McSorley with you.
Oh, yeah.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Speaking of Barkley, he was top running back Big Ten last year.
Yep.
He's going to return to that form once again. Defense gets back 7 starters. And their secondary is led by arguably the best Big Ten corner in the Big Ten. Their defense is led by the top corner in the Big Ten, Marcus Allen. He's going to be good.
Yeah, he is.
He's going to be good. I just think the biggest question, why have them third? Can they win the close games?
Yeah.
I think they're going to
the
struggle.
thing. Yeah.
I have them 9-3. They lose to Northwestern, Ohio State, Michigan State. I think they get upset by Michigan State.
Yeah, with Penn State too. They did take down Ohio State last year. It was in that at home.
They did, and I think that's why they played at home though.
Yeah, yeah. That that won't happen in Horseshoe. I mean, but
Not in Columbus.
no, it's not in Columbus. But if they can stay healthy, if Penn State, if those defenders can stay healthy, I mean, this.
I think James Frank is almost slightly becoming one of the better coaches we have in college football.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he is really good. I
He
agree.
is.
So okay, let me just get here though. Let me get to this number 5 with Northwestern. Why do you have them at the number 5 spot? I mean, why not Iowa?
Northwestern, let me tell you why. Clayton Thorson is going to be one of the best quarterbacks in the Big Ten. He will be.
We keep saying
He's
that
overlooked. He's overlooked because his sloppy offensive line. They have none.
They have to,
Their offensive line's horrible.
and that's why I give the nods to Iowa. I mean, I
But Northwestern has a better overall talent. They get back Justin Jackson. You know how good he is at running back for his size.
good. I'm not taking anything away. They got Clayton Thorson and Justin Jackson. I actually like them. They're really, really good players. But like you said, I mean, the offensive line is a very big concern.
It is.
They
But-
cannot, if they can get consistent play up there, up in that line, I think they can do something. But
Have
I
you
don't know
looked
if
at
they
Northwestern's defense? Because that's just disrespectful to Northwestern, man.
I know, wait a
They had
minute.
16 interceptions last season.
can. I know it.
That's one of the top
I know
in
it.
college football.
I know Northwestern's defense is really good, but Iowa's defense was no slouch either. They
Because
had
play a
Josie
week,
Jewell.
because they play a week schedule every year.
Mm.
They're like, oh, okay, we need to sign up for some Mountain West teams real quick.
No, I know.
Sun Belt.
Yeah, that's what I was doing to keep them ahead top of the Big Ten.
Iowa's going to have another stout defense again.
What do you think their record is though?
That's a good question.
Because I have Northwestern 8-4.
8-4.
I have them losing to Wisconsin. I do have them losing to Iowa, but they still end up ahead of Iowa. I have them losing to Duke in an upset, and they lose to at Minnesota. I do like PJ Fleck, what he's going to be doing with Minnesota.
Yeah.
I agree with the Duke upset. Duke is really coming on.
I'm going to say Iowa wins 9 games.
9-3.
Yeah, 9-3.
I don't like that.
You know what? I know why. I'm just going to tell you why. Because
That's why I feel like put me to sleep.
Akron Wadley and LaShawn Daniels.
So what's that?
Running backs.
Oh, all right.
They're running backs.
So who are they?
You know what? Iowa always has a strong running game, and they just know who they are, and
you know what?
Ferentz just knows how to coach.
We can sit here and argue about this 5th place, but the thing I hate about the Big Ten is that these top 4 teams have placed themselves so far ahead of the rest of the Big Ten. It's crazy.
It is.
Because you end off with the Wisconsin, who's obviously going to be a 9-3 team. You have Iowa 9-3. I don't even put Iowa near Wisconsin.
Oh man.
And we obviously both liked Wisconsin at number 4. I think it's just because they have an easy schedule.
Yeah.
I have them losing to Nebraska here.
Yeah. The only question with Wisconsin, they have great running backs. They have a fantastic defense, but it's the quarterback position. I'm not sold on Alex.
Can he stay healthy?
Can he stay healthy? And he really wasn't that good last year.
No.
I mean,
they do have a really good offensive line, like they always do.
Man, so I mean, it's just those. But those pieces enough to carry them because it wasn't enough.
I think that's why we have them 4th because they're obviously not going to get ahead of Penn State.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the rest of the Big Ten.
Okay.
So, give me why Northwestern 6 real quick. Give me why Northwestern 6 because I have Iowa way down there.
It was really because of their offensive line. It was that offensive
line.
But they have all the pieces in place. I mean, the quarterback, the running back. I love their defense. I do love their defense.
The defense solid.
Last year they held opponents.
I think head coach is 5th best in Big Ten. Pat Fitzgerald does have coach.
But you need the guys to block for you up front, and that's the only reason why I have them number 6. But if they can get some, the sky's the limit.
Let me tell you who I got number 6.
Okay.
Michigan State. Surprise. Yes, they did go 3-9 last season, but everybody's returning. People are coming off injuries. Mm-hmm. If you have not heard the name LJ Scott, people, you will.
Yeah, he's good.
I will.
I have to agree with you.
LJ, I think with him in the backfield, they're going to be just fine. So expect big things from him.
Okay.
They're going to pull off a couple upsets this season. I love the head coach.
Okay.
I'm leaving you silent.
You know, I like the head coach of Michigan State. You know, he's phenomenal. But question is, quarterback Brian Lewerke, is he good enough? I mean, can he? Can he do what Kirk Cousins did and Connor Cook did?
He's definitely not like them, but he does have a year under his belt, and with LJ Scott in the backfield to help him out and balance out that attack.
I love LJ Scott, but I'm not sold with Brian Lewerke. I'm just not sold on him. He did not look good last year.
Michigan State beats Iowa this year. That's a challenge.
We'll see. I'll be back on this podcast.
Whose home do they play at?
I'm not sure. I've not looked that closely in the schedule.
Yeah.
With those two teams, because we're still, like I said, we're so focused on these top 4 teams because
the top 4.
Yeah, they space themselves.
Yeah. Okay, who do you have at the number 7 spot?
Well, we're gonna get started on this because this is our hometown. Number 7, I got Nebraska.
I got Nebraska at number 7.
Yeah, Nebraska number 7.
Yeah.
They arguably right now are gonna have a top 5 defense in the Big Ten. I like their defense. Okay. I really do. Their coverage unit is gonna be one of the top in the Big Ten. I think they're going to be ranked 3rd in the Big Ten coverage unit. I really do.
Okay.
Kalu's very good, veteran. And then you have Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Not Lamar Jackson from Louisville. Lamar Jackson, rookie.
Yeah.
He's going to be outstanding.
Yeah.
I can promise you.
Aaron Williams, too, coming off of, I think it's Aaron Williams, safety. He was pretty good.
Yes.
He was pretty good last year.
I think our
I went-
defense.
Yeah, and seeing him in every home game, I mean, he was picking off those. You know, I think he had like 6 interceptions.
We picked up Bob Diaco.
Yeah.
Switching to a 3-4 scheme. That may throw some teams off.
Yeah.
See, they're going to what the Razorbacks did, going to 3-4. They're going to use more running game, guaranteed. That's what I'm thinking.
You think it?
And with that pretty solid defense, you have this offense.
Yeah.
We were 99th in passing efficiency rating last year. 99th.
You think that'll improve?
Oh, Tanner Lee. I think we're gonna get somewhere around 60 with Tanner Lee. I think he's obviously a better passer than Tommy Armstrong.
Yep.
He can't run.
Okay. You know what this reminds me of?
Go ahead.
Okay, wait.
Go
wait.
ahead.
You know what this reminds me of?
I'll sit here and drink my coffee.
Okay. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of somebody by the name of Sam Keller. He came out. He was the Arizona State transfer.
Okay.
He came in. All this hype was on him
Okay.
to bring Nebraska back to prominence.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. I mean, matter of fact, he was probably one of the worst quarterbacks to ever.
Oh, ever.
Yeah,
Because
step foot.
you speak of his name, and I couldn't even recall who he is.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, is this the right system for Tanner Lee? I think so. But I do have some questions about his accuracy, especially in Tulane. At Tulane, he had like 24 touchdowns, 21 INTs. So that's
close.
That's yeah. So I'm as a sophomore there.
But then
so-
again, you got to think Tulane coaches, Nebraska coaches.
Yeah,
There's a big division.
I know,
difference,
but
so.
I was just kind of like
I agree.
I'm just kind of, but this offense does fit him.
Oh yes,
It
and
really
he got some good wide receivers to work with. Stanley Morgan, he's gonna show up.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
gonna be our leading wide receiver.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
I like Stanley Morgan. Pearsonell, if he can stay healthy, he will be good. Thing is with Tanner Lee, since he's not running like Tommy, our offensive line's not that good.
Yeah.
Is Carter gone?
Carter, yes, Ethan Carter's gone.
Oh,
Yes, Ethan
so
Carter.
that'd be nice to have.
I think he right now he's battling for a spot on the NFL roster.
Yeah,
He
yep,
is.
Yep.
Um,
Yep. My thing is, the running backs are going to have to take the pressure off of Tanner Lee.
Is our running backs that good? I like Azigbo, but he's power back.
Yeah,
We're not used to that.
Yeah,
Honestly, I don't think Nebraska's used to a power back.
Mm-hmm.
We've been so used to these quick running backs. We had Marlon Lucky.
yeah,
Then I don't remember who was after him, but then you had Amir Abdullah.
yeah. Amir
And-
Abdullah.
Yeah, they
So-
haven't had power backs since Makovica.
Yeah, oh yeah, or like you can go back like Makovica, Lawrence Phillips.
Let me. It's kind of nice that we have a power back with this horrible offensive line. Guys are gonna be knocking down our offensive linemen. So at least he can power right on the defensive tackle.
I think the reason why I have them 7 is questions on offense.
They've lost a lot of players.
They've lost
too.
a lot of players.
Yep.
Questions on defense. How are we going to be? How are we going to gel as a 3-4? With the 3-4 scheme.
Yeah.
And
I think Kalu's now safety, if I'm right.
Oh.
I think Kalu's moved to safety.
okay.
Yep, he is. He is. Josh Kalu's now safety.
Just clues.
So he's in for a big change, but I think he's in that
But
spot
that's a
where he
good
can
spot.
lead people now.
Yeah. Oh,
he
yeah,
can now
that's gonna
lead.
be-
But my question is, Tyler, is for Jarvis, is what do you think about this game coming up on Saturday for the Huskers?
You know what? That's a good question. To be honest, everyone, I'm quite nervous. I know. It's
8-2 Arkansas State.
Got
Is that
about-
what you
got-
said? What were
They were, I think they were 8
Nah.
and 5 last year,
8-5?
and winner of the Sun Bowl.
Go
But okay,
ahead.
okay.
Go ahead.
I actually think it's going to be a lot closer to what everybody thinks.
No.
I say I'm going to just come out and say,
I'm going within 14.
No.
yep,
Here's what happened.
38-28.
Let me tell you why you're wrong.
Why am I wrong? Why am I wrong? Ooh.
Just like we've been watching, these Nebraskans start a little slow
Mm.
because we got to gel together.
Kind
But
of
we
like a
gonna come-
Texas team.
We gonna come out the second half. Nebraska gonna come out the second half. We're gonna come out firing on every single side of the ball. Our defense is gonna shut down Arkansas State.
Wow.
When's the last time Arkansas State made it to a big bowl game? When's the last time Arkansas State has played in a big division, big conference? Nebraska's defense will shut them down. If Nebraska's D-line, that's our biggest question on defense is our D-line because we lost so many.
Yeah.
But then we brought in a very good recruit. Go ahead.
But Arkansas State made it to a bowl game last year.
They did.
And they have a sneaky good offense. I mean, yeah, they lost a lot of players on the offensive line, but let me tell you something. Their defense was ranked 29th nationally last year. A lot of people don't know that, but I'm letting everybody know tonight. 29th. They held opponents to I think 21 points per game.
Wow.
So I'm just saying, and all those returning starters are coming
Even
back
though they
from
weren't
injury.
playing in the Sun Belt.
I know. I'm like,
They held opponents to 21 points a game, but Nebraska hits 45 on them. 45-14 Nebraska.
wow. They come out with a statement. You think
Yes,
Tanner
they
Lee
do.
is going to
I think people are underestimating Nebraska. I like to try to underestimate them to myself because we try to compare them to Ohio State. We try to compare them to Penn State, but you can't.
Yeah.
No one in the Big Ten's on there.
I just saw Nebraska just get slammed last year by Ohio State.
Yeah,
So,
I'm
just,
I mean that's a reasonable guess. I mean, I'm still taking them closer. I'm looking at probably a game tomorrow for the Huskers at probably a good 35-24, somewhere around there.
yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Let me give you my record real quick for Nebraska. I don't know if you guys got a record,
Okay.
but I got Nebraska 7-5. Who do I have them losing to? They lose to Oregon. They get smashed by Oregon. I think Royce Freeman runs all over them.
I agree.
They lose to Ohio State. Ohio State takes care of them in the second half. They lose to Northwestern. Northwestern takes care of them. It's a close game every year, but Northwestern takes it by a good 10 points.
And plus, is it at their house or is it at our house?
It's at our house,
Okay.
but I think we get upset here. We lose to Minnesota. I like PJ Fleck. I like what he's doing in Minnesota. I think they're gonna come out battling.
Minnesota's coming on strong.
Their defense is solid.
Mm.
And then, obviously, we lose to Penn State.
You think? Oh yeah.
We get ran. Penn State's our biggest loss of the season.
Oh man. I say 6-6. What do you say?
6-6. Wow, you're rude to your home.
No, I just see. I don't know. There's just some things that need to come together for us.
Yeah, I think the team needs to come together. It's going to take a few games at best, you know. So,
I think
and then they're basically starting off with a whole new group because they lost their top players last year. I mean, a lot of top players. Tommy Armstrong, their top wide receiver.
Yeah, I think
Westerkamp.
and it's like you don't lose that many players. And still be the same.
Yeah, they've got these new guys need to learn how to collage with the other ones and play a good game.
Yeah,
However, I see his defense wins championships, and this is the best defensive team we've had in a long time. I think. When have we had a coverage unit like this? Do you remember last year?
Okay, yeah, I understand. We have the coverage, but do we have the linebackers? Listen, the thing about it is, we can start the pass all day long, but if we we're facing against running teams. We're facing against. Okay. Listen, we're going to be facing against Wisconsin. Those bad boys.
You're talking Penn State's
Roger Shaw and James, Chris James. And
we did bring in multiple 4-star recruits, though.
J.K. Dobbins. Bro,
okay.
I don't know, man. I don't know. And then you have the guys in Iowa who can run.
If you were to give the benefit of the doubt, the Huskers should play a pretty good game tomorrow. Their best bet is to beat them that bad. But do I see it happening? No, but it would help them out if they do. It'll keep their momentum up, motivation.
To close this,
we got to start wrapping up Big Ten.
But actually, this is the question that we have: is the 3-4 a good scheme for Nebraska against running teams? If we don't have athletic linebackers, we need to have the linebackers step up. Otherwise, the 3-4 scheme does not work. I mean,
that'd be interesting.
Yeah, okay. You look at Wisconsin. They have a 3-4 scheme. They have the linebackers to get to run that scheme. Do we have the linebackers to do that? I don't know.
real quick to wrap this up, I'm going to give you the rest of my rankings. Minnesota's 8th. I liked what I saw from Indiana last night. I like their wide receivers. They end up 9th. Iowa's 10th for me.
10th?
Yeah. They have a weak schedule, so they might end up higher, but I think
Who'd you say, Iowa?
Iowa 10th. The committee needs to give them the benefit of the doubt that they have a horrible schedule.
Yeah.
They need to
Yeah, they're kind of worthless.
Illinois, I love their head coach. Illinois is 11th.
Illinois is 11th?
Yep.
I have them 13. I mean, I
13?
I
have Rutgers last. You have Rutgers last?
Yeah, I did.
I have Purdue 13.
I love Illinois' coach, though. He's one of my favorite coaches.
Where'd you have Maryland?
I have Maryland 12th because they're about to get smacked by my Longhorns tomorrow.
Not so fast, my friend.
Oh, come on! The Terrapins?
Caleb Henderson
Nah.
and that run and gun offense. Just watch out.
Real quick, let's get our championship game real quick.
Okay.
Who you got championship Big Ten? Ohio State. I got Ohio State versus Wisconsin. Ohio State wins by 20 or more. Who you got?
I'm gonna go. Yeah,
This is tough.
yeah. It's gonna be Ohio State, Wisconsin.
That's a very good guess. I'm not going with Ohio State though.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
I'm going with Michigan.
Wisconsin?
I'm going with Michigan, and I'm looking at an upset in Penn State coming through against Michigan.
No, Penn State plays on the same division.
Okay, all right.
So
Well, I'll take Penn State versus Wisconsin.
Penn State, Wisconsin.
Penn State, Wisconsin.
Okay.
I
like
can
Penn
see
State.
that. I can see that. But I'm still gonna go.
I think there's going to be upsets. I really do. I
Okay.
really do. Look at this one last night with Indiana and Ohio.
Yeah.
And if they would have kept up their adrenaline, who knows?
Yeah. We're gonna wrap up the Big Ten, but I just wanted to, give you my last rankings here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Michigan State, I have them 8th. Minnesota 9th. Indiana 10. After what I saw last night, Indiana is still the same Indiana. They're throwing interceptions. Who is it? Lego is still throwing interceptions, and they still have a decent defense. And I like their the receiving corps is not bad, but Lego is still in the same ways.
Yeah.
Purdue 11th, 12th, Maryland 13th, Illinois 14, Rutgers. So
I'll tell you what, anybody after Nebraska, you might as well say, might as well look forward to next year's recruits because.
exactly.
Hey, you just now said Rutgers last. They're playing one heck of a good Pac-10 team. They're ranked number 8th. That's going to be interesting to see, Jarvis.
Next podcast we'll be making our takes on what we thought of the first week of college football. So we're gonna get into some things.
Awesome.
But right now, Big 12, my conference. I'm gonna own all y'all on this. I know this conference like the back of my hand. Here are the rankings. Oklahoma 1. This is what ESPN has. Texas 2. Oklahoma State 3. TCU 4. Kansas State, West Virginia, Baylor, Texas Tech, Iowa State, Kansas dead last once again.
Again, this is horrible.
I don't mind these rankings.
Just like the Big Ten. I think those are wrong, too.
I don't mind these. I think they are very close to accurate. Except for I flip Oklahoma State and Oklahoma. I put Oklahoma State 1, Oklahoma 3. I keep Texas at 2.
Oh, wait. Okay. You know what? I agree with you when you flipped Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma State. If you look, they have a better. Yeah.
Without doubt, the best offense in the Big 12.
Oh, probably in the country.
That's dominance. Yeah. Jarvis, I'm sure you're thinking the same thing as I am. Oklahoma 2.
Yeah.
Texas 3.
Yeah, 3.
No.
TCU 4.
You're looking at TCU 4. So did he. I'm looking at K-State at 4.
That's
Hey, have you guys not forgot who Oklahoma lost? Who they got? They got Baker Mayfield. Who else did they got? They lost D.G. Westbrook. They lost Joe Mixon and Samaje P. Ryan. So where's your balance on offense? Who do you got on defense? Lincoln Riley has to give up some of his offensive duties. Now he's a straight head coach. Where's Oklahoma? They're third. They lose to Texas. They lose to Oklahoma State. That puts them in third.
They still got some young receivers that can gel, though. You don't know who's going to step up. But I do have them second. That's
How
why
do you know Baker Mayfield's not going to get arrested?
Yeah. They could go down in Hog City and get arrested again.
Oh, man.
So that's I'm not bringing it down to that, but I just don't think they're going to be as good as they are, as good as they were. Everybody keeps hype. They're right now predicting them to be the best team in the Big 12 to make it to the college football playoff.
It could be, Jarvis, that there's some Longhorn fans in here that really want the Longhorns at number 2. I mean, I would love to see them come in second, but I just can't see it because Oklahoma is really strong.
Yo, and check this out. Texas they face a maddening schedule. It's like K-State, Oklahoma State, Baylor, and TCU.
Oh, and don't forget about Kansas that they lost to last year.
Hey, okay. Come on now. Real quick. We all had Oklahoma State number 1. Let's touch on Oklahoma State because I'm about to go off on Texas on all you guys and prove to you why they're going to be number 2.
Prove it.
Let's real quick talk about Oklahoma State.
Okay.
We all have them number 1.
Oh, yeah. And why?
Mason Rudolph is my Heisman winner. I think he's your Heisman winner. Last night, 20 for 24, 343 yards, 3 touchdowns. His wide receiver, James Washington, 146 yards, 2 touchdowns. Best quarterback wide receiver duo in college football. Justice Hill, running back. He had over 1,000 yards as a freshman. He's back, and he looked like a monster.
Oh, yeah, he was good.
That
team was good.
Their defense, I think, is honestly going to be okay. But you got to remember they're in the Big 12. Big 12's offense. We know that. If they're in the SEC, it'd be a different story. But this Oklahoma State team, if we remember last year they're in the college football playoff, if they did not get ripped off with that Central Michigan loss. This team is nothing but veterans. They know how to win. They go 11-1. They lose to Texas. At Texas in Austin.
Who, Oklahoma State?
Oklahoma State loses to Texas.
I'm saying Oklahoma State's going undefeated in the Big 12.
I agree with you.
Nope, they lose to Texas, boys.
They don't lose.
They lose to Texas, boys.
They don't lose.
Tyler, you got to remember, once again, we're going down there to Texas. Texas barely manhandled Baylor last year, and they were in all types of turmoil anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, Baylor's still
And
top
now-
3 last year.
Okay,
in the Big 12.
But now, with us going down there to see Oklahoma State, this is going to be a different story.
Who is going to be quarterbacking for your Longhorns?
Okay,
Help me out.
let me touch on these Longhorns. My Longhorns.
He's making it personal now.
They just hired Tim Beck, old Ohio State offensive coordinator. Tom Herman, hired from Houston, ex-Ohio State offensive coordinator. What did they do when they were at Ohio State? They won national championships. They're bringing that to Texas. They get 7 starters back on offense. They finished 16th last season in college football. All of college football. 16th. And we were basically all rookies. We have one of the best offensive lines in the Big 12. They did lose Deontay Foreman. I'll give you guys that. He won the Doak Walker Award, best running back in the country. But when you guys hear this name, Chris Warren, tomorrow, when they play Maryland, you're going to hear him trucking Maryland guys. Maryland guys are going to be laying on their backs. Chris Warren is just like his dad. He is big and he is powerful.
Okay.
And they got multiple others.
I'm listening.
They get all their top wide receivers back. They did not lose one. They got Amani Foreman, who can fly. Colin Johnson is the next Calvin Johnson of the NFL. A whole 6'6", 235, something of pounds. He is big, and he can catch. I think he's NFL talent after this year. Let me get to their defense.
Okay.
They just picked up Todd Orlando from Houston. Their defense is nothing but veterans. Nothing but veterans. And have you heard of this guy named Malik Jefferson? Best linebacker in the Big 12. So 13 of the 15 top tacklers in the Big 12, Texas. Okay. Okay.
Okay. I mean, I'm listening.
So, I mean, that's the biggest question. Can we? That's obviously the biggest question with Texas. Can we turn around the defense? Charlie Strong didn't.
Yeah, because they were horrible. Like
Yes.
the first 4 weeks.
But I think our offense is going to be second in the Big 12.
Aren't they switching to a 3-4 scheme?
No,
Oh,
they're not. They're sticking with theirs.
Okay.
See, I mean, I have them going 10-2. I had them beat them Oklahoma State. I have them losing to USC though. USC's a given because they play at USC, and I think they get upset again by TCU. They somehow cannot beat TCU.
Can they?
It irritates me.
Yeah. The question with the Longhorns, can they?
Quarterback Shane Buechele. He's Heisman race right now. Just put that into your head. He is Heisman race right now. Shane Buechele, ranked 12th out of 15 right now. Shane Buechele, we're coming.
Shane Buechele. All right. Well,
So,
the question still remains, though. Can Tom Herman can he continue the success with the defense? That's the thing. I mean, because the first 4 weeks of last year was not good for Texas.
No, I agree.
But they did come on strong the second half. You know of the.
But to me, I think we have the best linebacker and defensive line core in the Big 12. Okay. So can we keep our coverage in the Big 12 passing league?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we have a problem getting to the quarterback. Our biggest question is yes.
Yeah.
I like our safeties. It's our corners. Mm-hmm. We struggle because we're smaller.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is with Texas is, like Ty was saying, the defense is really strong, but you got to remember though, Oklahoma and Oklahoma State both got some offensive lines in order for them to try to get to that quarterback.
Yes.
They're always stellar. They're never top player, but they're average good players to where no one can get through their line because none of their guys never get up there for high. For high rate players.
Yeah, Leon, you're right. You're talking about the offensive line.
Yes.
Oklahoma has one of the best offensive lines in college football.
Yeah, but see, this
you never have a top-notch player,
so
but
that's
they're
why
all
that can allow the running backs and the wide receivers and those guys to learn. Mm-hmm. You know,
I
because
agree,
Baker Mayfield he's
a very smart
See, but this is the thing that irritates me.
Yeah.
We don't put pressure on these teams like we do with Texas. We expect Texas to be up there. Mm-hmm. As soon as Texas lost to Kansas last year, what happened? Charlie Strong was basically fired, but they did not fire him until the end of the season. How do you think that makes the players feel?
Yeah.
Our favorite coach, our coach that we put our heart and soul into, is getting fired, and we already know it. So we have to play the rest of the season.
So you're talking about Texas pride, huh?
That's pretty much it. These fans and media, and even myself, we put so much pressure on these Longhorns that it probably gets to these players' heads.
Yeah. And that's the problem. See, it's all over the media. I mean, Texas is like the school.
And I hate their boosters.
Yeah, and their boosters are horrible. They'll want to get rid of the coach if he does bad the very first game.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said hate. I should say dislike. Hate's not a good word to use. I just dislike them. Yeah. They immediately, if you have a bad record, they immediately go to fire you.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So, but like I said, it's a prominent school. It's like the biggest, so they expect this out of Texas. So now, for the expectancy rating, like I said, I'm still going to go with Oklahoma State. Oklahoma and Texas is a good one for second.
Oh, that's going to be it's a whole new rivalry because they both have new head coaches.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very tough. I mean, good thing is with Oklahoma's though, they got their assistant coach. He's already been there. He knows the program. Now Herman he's coming in and he's had to learn a lot. He's gotten some from Charlie Strong of what he's done before Charlie left. But will Herman pick up the pace and get the job done? We'll yet to see.
So you guys got Texas at number 3?
They're a tie between Oklahoma and
I'll respect it.
Yeah,
because I have Oklahoma 3, just right behind Texas, obviously. Why do you have Oklahoma second though?
Oh man, well, Lincoln Riley, he's, Bob Stoops, he's gone right now. He retired, but Lincoln Riley comes in and he has inherited some talent. Mm-hmm. I mean, and that talent is not going to go away anytime soon. So I actually just think that they have a talented offensive line. Baker Mayfield is a solid quarterback. You know, a
Oh,
solid
he's going to
prototype,
be in Heisman race
yeah,
again.
prototype
Right.
quarterback. The defense didn't play well, you know, last year, but
It's Big 12.
it's Big 12. You know, nobody plays.
I'm curious to see how this running back's going to do.
Yeah, and so that's why. But I just based upon that, you know, the reputation, and they're just not going to. They're just not going to lay down. I mean, I just think that
Oklahoma is just always strong. I see, and that's what I don't get.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to refer back to it, but that's what I don't get about Nebraska.
Yeah.
It's the same type of land down there. There's not much to do within the city and so forth. Yeah, they're a little bit bigger than Lincoln, Nebraska, but the thing is, I don't understand that with the Huskers. You know,
Yeah.
they can't never get that core of guys to be able to, even if they're above average, just lined group. But the thing is, none of them are Heisman winners or anything. But
Plus,
they all stop you
Yeah.
from Oklahoma. They
plus
will
I'm
stop
banking on the receivers stepping up
Yeah.
to that level, and I'm banking on, you know, like I said, the running backs stepping up into their and
See, I mean, I agree with you guys. They're going to obviously have a close one with Texas.
Yeah.
That I have them both 10-2. But see, I have Texas above them because Texas beats Oklahoma in their rivalry game, in their comeback. And then,
Ooh.
obviously, Oklahoma's going to lose to Ohio State next week.
Oh man, that's gonna be a good game though.
Yeah,
Oklahoma
it's gonna be
Texas.
good.
And Oklahoma's playing where?
They're
In
playing
Texas?
in Columbus. Oh, no. Oklahoma, Texas is in Dallas at the State Fair.
Yeah.
Now that would help out Texas a little bit.
Who do you have at number 4, Tyler?
TCU.
Yeah, me too.
I like
Me too.
TCU because of Kenny Hill.
Oh, Kenny Hill, yeah, he showed flashes of brilliance last
He
year.
destroys my Longhorns. I don't like Kenny Hill.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I had Kansas State.
And why? And why do you have Kansas State?
Bill Snyder is not going to lay down until he retires, until he's 6 foot under. That guy will not lay down, and I really do think. And TCU last year did not impress me that much, not in my opinion.
I get it. Because I have Kansas State 5th, but when I look at the Big 12, it's a quarterback's league. It's, I mean, not league, a quarterback conference.
Yep.
I think Kenny Hill's slightly better than Jesse Ertz at Kansas State.
I agree with you.
Oh yeah, he
Jesse
is
Ertz,
better. I do. Agree
he
with
only
that.
Jesse Ertz only like completed 57.6% of his passes last year.
Yeah.
But he did most of his damage on the ground.
Oh, I know.
But, I mean,
He can run people over.
He can run people over, but you need to, you know, especially in this conference, you need to be able to pass that football
Yeah.
around. And I don't think Jesse Ertz
You're
can.
right, but I think, in my opinion, by looking at TCU's defense last year, I think K-State's got a better defense.
I
think
agree.
they got a
TCU
better
did have hard times last year against the run. They really did, especially on third down.
I agree with you. K-State.
Now,
Bill Snyder always
offense-wise,
did pretty good.
offense-wise, TCU might edge them out a little bit because you got the quarterback and so forth.
Oh, yeah.
versus K-State.
TCU gets back Kyle Hicks.
Yes.
He's great at running back.
So it's going to be interesting. Are they getting back that wide receiver?
Yes,
that
TCU
boy.
gets back all back wide receivers.
Yeah, see, they had that little wide receiver that just put a hurt on Arkansas.
See, and that's the issue,
But-
though, is can TCU actually keep their consistency on offense up?
Yes.
Because
See,
they
and I don't
struggled
know.
with that.
I don't know. Be interesting.
I have them 8-4. You're going to like this. I have them losing to Arkansas. I have them losing to Oklahoma State, Kansas State,
Good.
and Oklahoma.
I can see that.
Yeah, they do play. They do play at at Don Reynolds Stadium.
Yep.
Wow.
Yes. So in Arkansas. So
See, and that's...
and Arkansas done beat them last year in the last minute, if you can remember.
I think I remember that game.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good game.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
So I think, you know,
Kansas State's...
those top 5 teams, they're going to be competing. I think the bottom half, I don't see, you know, like
The bottom
Texas
half is
Tech.
going to be selling off in the
Yeah.
season.
However, I do think West Virginia can battle Kansas State for that 5th spot.
yeah.
Kansas State does struggle on defense. You have to watch them on defense. They do struggle. They just lost all their linebackers. So that is going to be a big problem. They helped out a lot last year.
Yeah, at times they can struggle. Yeah, so but West Virginia, they struggle on defense.
Their biggest question is going to be quarterback.
Yeah.
But I think West
That's
Virginia,
what I said.
they always battle with teams, though.
Yeah, they do.
Baylor has the talent. They always do.
Yeah.
But-
so if
But
I
they
put,
need another year to work back up again, getting that new coach in there and so forth.
so if you would put somebody at like the 6th spot, would it be Baylor or would it
It's
be
West Virginia.
West Virginia?
It's West Virginia.
Yeah.
Baylor's 7th.
I think Baylor's going to need a good year with that coach.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Texas Longhorns is going to need.
Oh,
a big
come
year.
on.
See, he had to throw that in. He had to throw that dig in.
Are you talking about Texas Tech? You mean the Red Raiders who are actually going to fall off a cliff because they lost Pat Mahomes?
Yes, and that wouldn't hurt my feelings at all, especially for Texas. Texas is the Texas team.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye TCU, goodbye
Yeah.
Texas Tech. Bring on the Longhorns. Let's see what they can do.
What about Iowa State and Kansas?
Ah,
Because I got Kansas. I got Iowa State 9th, Kansas 10th. Kansas dead last.
Well,
I can see that.
but seriously,
The
Jarvis,
irrelevance.
Yeah.
Seriously, Jarvis, I've got Kansas in last, but can you see them with one upset?
I can.
Who could that upset possibly be?
Texas.
Disrespectful, man. Come on.
Hey, Kansas got Texas' number. All right, they just
That did impress me though, because I'm thinking Texas is rated way lots better than them, and then for some reason they just weren't on their game. I don't know if they were sleeping or what.
Texas beats about 30 or more.
Realistically, though, I do. Everybody is, we're laughing at Kansas, but they have a pretty good recruiting class coming in next year. So I mean, I'm like,
You must have been looking at basketball. Oh, no.
oh man, see, no, it was football. Maybe they're trying to tell.
Well, them were some good picks for the Big 12. I think we're all about at the same with those. I had one a little different than you guys, but I still see them all about in that order. So
yeah. Big 12 is literally who brings the offense that game.
Yeah, it's
You
those
have to keep
main
it up.
5-6 teams that are the main teams anyway. The rest of them, Texas Tech, like he said, they lost Mahomes, so they're going to fall off a cliff. So and without him, he did them tryouts for NFL, Mahomes, and he was stellar. They said his throws were precise.
Mahomes starts over Alex Smith by week 11. Week 11.
There's a possibility.
There is a possibility because
He was stud last night against Titans. Somebody give me a tissue real quick.
Oh man.
Okay, so should we move on to the college football in general?
Yes.
Because I'm ready to talk about it.
Me
I'm
too.
ready to beat you guys down about it. Oh boy, I don't want to say it,
Say it.
but who you gonna see in a national championship game again? Your Alabama Crimson Tide and your Ohio State Buckeyes. You're gonna see them again. It's sad. It's
I
sad.
agree. You don't.
I do not agree.
Who do you see in the championship
In
game?
the championship, whether one of them loses tomorrow or the other one wins, it doesn't matter. I see Alabama and Florida State battling it out. Florida
For a
State.
second game.
This is just what I'm thinking. I'm thinking with Florida State,
I'm just letting
they've got main key players. Alabama's got main key players among the FBS. You see it. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, the safety, basically linebacker that Florida State's got. They're saying he's the number one defensive player. Alabama's got Jalen Hurts. Okay, that's fine. Well, then you're going to come back and you're going to get Francois from Florida State. And look at the receiving core and their running backs, both of them. Yes, Alabama does have Scarborough, but I still think with both of them, they're going to win their divisions and they're going to end up meeting in the end.
Ooh, that's a strong statement. I mean,
I just can't see Ohio State from what they played last night against Indiana, whether it's a first game or not. They got to be ready.
I don't want to talk about playoffs just yet because we're going to touch on that at the very end because that's what I want us to end off on is our playoff teams.
Okay.
But, hey, we all got college football fever. We got the Texas era starting at 11 a.m. Tom Herman. Michigan State, Florida at 2:30. And then we finish all the day with Alabama and Florida State at 7 o'clock. Some people are going to Nebraska game. That's okay. We even got games Sunday. We got West Virginia and Virginia Tech. I like Virginia Tech. I think they're going to be great.
Yeah,
I'm going to get on to them later.
Beamer always have a good defense.
There's obviously so much hype leading up to the season due to all this quarterback talent we have in college football right now. We have easily 5 quarterbacks right now in college that could go to the NFL. Easily. And then we started the season with Bama and Florida State. They are arguably two playoff football teams.
I am so looking forward to that game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't wait.
2 of the best defenses in the
Very
country.
good game to be played.
I can't wait.
Oh, man.
Now, we have multiple things to judge.
Okay.
And multiple people to perform. We're going to judge how they perform. First, let's start with the top defense. Who's the top defense in college football?
Oh, I was looking at this and debating back and forth whether it's Alabama or Florida State. I love Florida State's rushing defense. I think they had like the either the second best rushing defense in the country or whatever.
They're very fast off the line.
They're very, very quick off the line.
Mm-hmm.
But overall defense, I had to say Alabama.
No.
I have to say it.
Nope.
I mean,
Let
they
me
get
tell you
Minka.
why you're
No,
wrong.
wait.
Okay.
They got Minka Fitzpatrick. They got most of the.
Yeah, Mingus Fitzpatrick, who picked off Arkansas like 3 times.
Yes,
Yes.
and that guy is stellar.
Minka Fitzpatrick. You got Ronnie Harrison. I mean, those guys in the. They're gonna have that secondary. Oh, that secondary. How are you gonna? They're gonna have the.
How
best.
you going to beat it? You take Florida State as the top defense with Derwin James. You mentioned that pass rush already.
I did.
You get it back.
I did.
And you got the number 1 defensive NFL prospect, Derwin James, on your defense.
Yeah, did you know he
Derwin
can
James.
play everywhere on that field from
Reminds
what
me of
they're
myself a
saying.
little bit.
No, I agree with. That's why I was kind of like.
Yeah,
on the
I
fence.
agree. I was
But
between those
judging what Alabama did last year, they were just in all categories.
Oh, they were great until Clemson got a hold of them.
two. You know,
well, I mean, but Deshaun Watson is probably one of the best quarterbacks in
College,
college
yeah.
football. I mean, in general, I mean, like
Did-
college football history.
did you ever consider Ohio State in this conversation? Because they
I
are
did.
very good.
I did, but because of their youth and
Yeah, I
and lack
agree.
of
That's
experience in
why-
the backfield, that's why I
I
was.
love Sam Hubbard, though. Sam Hubbard's very good.
And what was his name? Taekwon.
Taekwon Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude is a beast.
Yes.
He comes off of that rush in. But it's just that secondary. It needs to grow. It needs to grow for me to really be sold on the Ohio State Buckeye defense.
Yeah.
I do agree. See, and that's where we're going to get back in the playoffs later, and that's a good reasoning because cornerbacks and that, they couldn't even hold a tee to Indiana beginning last night. Come on. You
Well,
got to
let's-
start off quick.
Wait. College football doesn't have preseason games. So this was their first time on the field against a Big Ten conference team. Who did Arkansas play last night? Florida A&M.
Mm-hmm.
Give or take, Florida A&M sucks. Sorry, Florida A&M. Sorry to your organization. But Ohio State started off against Indiana, a conference
Right.
football team, so their rookies were up against a challenge. So when they came out second half, they shut out Indiana. Indiana had nothing to answer with them. So that's what I'm saying. Is Ohio State almost in that conversation? Because after they got familiarized with the game and with conference talent, they look good.
That's where I'm referring back to. We need to see Michigan play some football.
Yeah,
Because I'm interested
because
to see what Michigan
I actually
can
think
do.
Michigan is probably number 4th on that list, 34th. I mean, because
Yeah,
they're-
34th.
they're-
It's
they're
going to
just-
be interesting.
Yeah. So it's going to be very interesting. I agree with you with Derwin James, is his name?
Yep, Derwin
Oh
James.
man, he is.
And he's back.
And
he's back from
because
his injury.
because he remember he injured he got injured
Yep.
week 2 or something
Mm-hmm.
and was out the entire year. So
And they say he is dangerous. But
Ah.
then again, like you guys were talking, you got Fitzpatrick on Bama. And Austin Allen was a second-rated or third-rated best quarterback in the SEC last year, and he picked him off. I'm like,
Yeah.
you got to be kidding
Yeah,
me.
Minka-
So I'm still going to disagree with Jarvis, though, Tyler. I'm going with Florida State,
Yeah,
too.
I think Derwin James is like a Earl Thomas.
yeah, oh
Yes.
He's very good.
man. Do you think he's the difference to get the Florida State over?
I think Alabama loses first game. I mean, no, I'm sorry. I think Alabama beats Florida State by 10 tomorrow night.
Okay.
I got Alabama. I
You
think
got
they
Alabama?
just have all around.
I beg to differ. I'm going Florida State.
Florida State has a singular talent. Alabama has all-around talent.
They
That's
do,
what I
but
think.
you can't just go by singular though, because the funny thing is Bama, they've got some big guys to stop you, but then you got Florida State that's got the fast guys to outrun you. So it's hard to say, but I'm still going with Florida State.
Who's tackling Bo?
I actually, who's that?
I
actually think that Alabama has the best defense, but I agree with you. Tomorrow, it's going to be Florida State beating Alabama, and for reasons because who is it? Hurts, Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, for Alabama.
Yeah.
He needs to show me he can really kind of pass. I mean, because last year that's what kind of hurt him.
Francois has got him beat.
Francois has got him. So, and if you can put pressure on Jalen Hurts,
It might be a low score
There's
game.
Florida State's quickness.
yes,
You know what I mean?
Yep. And so that's one of the things that just to keep an eye on. Can Jalen Hurts throw downfield?
It's a hard game to decide.
Yeah, I
who's
mean,
gonna
we
win
know how Alabama LSU games go, very low scoring. I think it's going to be
Yes.
low scoring.
Yeah.
If Florida State stops the run, if they can stop Bo and those guys, I mean that's not easy to
Bo will be the one that gives Alabama the win if they win,
Yeah.
in my opinion,
I agree
because
with
that
you.
guy he could be a linebacker.
Yes.
And he can run faster.
He
than
was
linebacker.
playing on a partially broken leg last season in the championship.
That's
He's
what
a
I'm saying.
beast.
Till he decided to go out. That's the guy that scares me to beat Florida State right there.
Yeah.
Not quarterbacks. Quarterback. I honestly think that Francois was underrated last year. I've seen him play. He's an excellent football quarterback.
Yeah.
So I think he can outdo Jalen.
Yeah. So I say Florida State by 10.
Okay.
I'll take. I'm going to make it even closer. I'm going to say Florida State by 3 by field goal or a touchdown.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Top offense. This was the hardest decision for me. It really was.
Who do you have?
Ohio State. I have them as my top offense. They did just put up 49 against Indiana. They were slow starting.
Yeah.
But once they get going, they have the best balanced attack in college football, I believe.
Oh.
JT Barrett can run and pass. J.K. Dobbins, was that his name?
Yeah.
J.K. Dobbins, a freshman, looked like a stud. Mike Weber is the next Elliott there.
Yeah, he's good.
Their wide receivers grow. I think they have the best offense. They're in contention with the ones right behind them is Oklahoma State.
Agreed.
But the thing is, you're gonna say Oklahoma State. You might say them, but they play in the Big 12. I want to see them put up 49 against an SEC team. I want to see them put up 49 against a Big 10 team because I have not seen it. They can put up around 35.
So are you down in Texas too? Let's see them go against an SEC or an ACC team.
I don't say
Or Big Ten.
No, I don't say they lose. I do not say
Or a Kansas team. Come on.
Come on now. I don't say they lose in the SEC. I just say they do not put up those kind of numbers or those kind of points in the SEC.
Oh man, I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong. Because
I love Mason Rudolph,
but
but you can stop James Washington. Their running back's not as good as Ohio State's. You know that.
Well, yeah, I do. Well, I mean, but
Justice Hill's not as good as
You're
Mike Weber.
talking. You're talking. They can stop Washington.
James Washington is probably the best receiver in college football.
He
One
is.
of the best.
He is one of the
We'll
And
best.
he's tall. He's tall.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a sec. You know, who's
Yeah,
the best
yeah,
receiver in
yeah,
college
we
football. But, you know,
Well, let's check out this offense.
I say, Oklahoma State. That offense.
So you both going with Oklahoma State?
No, I am not.
What do you
Okay.
do?
Unfortunately, I got to go with my third favorite team again. I'm going with Florida State
So you got them best
Putting up points.
defensive and offensive.
in offense.
So
Putting
you
up
automatically
points?
got them winning national championship.
I told you guys, Francois is underrated. He can pass, and the guy can run when he needs to, but he mostly concentrates on that pass. And if you watched him last year, he's pinpoint on his passes.
He's good.
I can see him making Florida State a good team this year, unless he gets injured.
Thing
Now
is,
I
Florida
can fall
State's
back.
offensive line is horrible. Their offensive line is not good.
But that doesn't mean nothing.
Yeah, it
but
does.
like you
It does.
said, there is no
Dude, they need a
preseason.
pass.
There is no preseason, so just like you said with Ohio State, slow start. You never know what Florida State's got. We need to see these guys play. But like you said, we're going to get on this big discussion next week.
Ohio State's gonna run teams.
I
Explain
like
State.
Ohio State speed. I do like they have speed to burn everywhere, and it seems like on offense. But Oklahoma State, man. I mean, Mason Rudolph. You got like James Washington. Those guys, they just put up numbers every single week. I mean, they just every time you turn on the TV, they're scoring like 48 or 50. It seemed like.
Who was that other
Who'd you
one
name
that
off
they
Alabama, the cornerback?
What?
Who'd you name off Alabama as the cornerback? Who was that?
Jalen Hurts?
No, the corner.
Oh,
corner.
Minka Fitzpatrick?
Yeah, Fitzpatrick. Guarantee you could stop James Washington. Guarantee you. All you have to do is slow down James Washington, and Oklahoma State's done.
Well, wait a
I
minute.
know Big 12 more than a lot of people because that is what I focus on.
Who
It's the Big
they
12.
who they have was it? Did they have a guy by the name of Hill or something last night?
That's their running back, Justice Hill.
He did very well.
He's very well, but he's
you
not as
can't
good as
help.
Mike Weber
Listen,
or
you-
J.K. Dobbins.
You
He's
can't-
not. Go ahead.
Tyler, you cannot help which conference you put in.
You know
We're
what?
talking about
Today on ESPN, they were talking about Dobbins. They were like, they just wish that he was a bigger running back.
Yeah.
He's got the speed and that, but bigger running back because if he gets hit,
Yeah.
he gets put
Is that
out.
what we said
They're
about
gonna be
Christian
in trouble.
McCaffrey?
But he is a freshman, right? I mean,
Yeah.
J.K. Dobbins. So
Yeah.
I mean, he has time to grow. And
He does.
I
He
mean,
does.
He reminds me. I mean, he's
I
a
guess-
young, he's a young Ezekiel Elliott.
So, but when you guys are looking at best offense, are you guys looking at balance, most dynamic? Because that's what I'm looking at.
That's what I am looking
Who's
at.
the most
too.
balanced?
I'm looking at balance.
Well,
Ohio State.
the only reason why I wouldn't put Ohio State up there is JT Barrett. I'm just not sold. I mean, he just.
I'm not either.
At this point, put Texas top offensive team.
I'm sorry. You can put me under center. I
Hey,
can't-
I will tell you this. You guys are doing the offense.
yeah.
I'll give you my top 3, 4. I'd say my offense. I went with Florida State. I'll take Oklahoma State, Jarvis, in the second one.
Okay.
I will honestly say, as in any other team, not too many. USC could be up in there. Texas could honestly be up in there for offense. And I think
Penn State.
Penn State. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Penn
like
State will be a good one too.
Yeah.
The offense is really hard to read right now. He could say Ohio State. We could say who we said.
The only reason why
But you guys are,
the only reason why I put Ohio State is because they can put up 49 points against any team they face besides a Michigan.
yeah.
That's
The
it.
only thing is I am very concerned, and it's been a concern for at least about a couple years now. JT Barrett, he has a hard time getting those balls to his receivers. He starts off very slow.
Well, let
does.
me ask you this, Jarvis.
I don't understand.
Let me ask you this too, Tyler. Where'd you guys have Indiana rated on your rating?
I had Indiana. I had
What place?
10th.
ninth. I think ninth or eighth.
9th, 10th, 8th place. Okay. Wait until Ohio State challenges them 5-6 teams that we picked and see where their scoring is going to be against teams like that. Yes, it was their first game last night. Everybody's first game. Arkansas could have put up a lot more against
Do you
FAU.
think? So you think
You know?
okay, Tyler? You think that Ohio State is just gonna come into the sea of red here in Nebraska and put up 40, 50?
Easily.
Honestly, I do believe that too.
Yeah, well, yeah. Instead of like what 62-3, it'll be like what?
But just remember that great
50.
speech, guys. We will do good out there, guys.
Oh man!
If you guys do good, I'll buy you some concert tickets.
Oh man!
Oh man, disrespecting Mike
Oh
Riley.
man! But to all fairness, I actually, Ohio State is good. I mean, they have speed to burn. I like their offense. I just think that Oklahoma State, because of the conference that they're in,
I love Oklahoma State.
they just.
I hate them because they play Texas, but I
Yeah, Mason Rudolph.
dislike
just,
'em.
Mason Rudolph just throwing the ball all over the place. So, and it's just.
I agree. And like I said, I had Mason Rudolph as my Heisman winner this year. So,
So that's who you have.
So you're changing yours over to
no, I still have Ohio State best overall offense.
okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, best comeback season.
Michigan State.
Michigan State.
Yeah, I do.
But you had them rated 6th?
I did. I had them rated 8th, but you know,
Eighth in the Big Ten.
it could actually anything could happen. Anything could happen. I mean, that coach. I don't know. I mean,
They're gonna have to rely heavily on LJ.
Yeah, they're gonna have to rely heavily on LJ, but I don't know. I mean, that they could have a comeback here. They could. Okay, they could. Your Longhorns?
You know who I'm gonna say? It's my Longhorns. It's my Longhorns.
Who do you say?
Yeah, I agree with Tyler on that. They're not my top pick. Honestly, they went down to playing their third string last night against a team that's not big at all. But I'm going with the Razorbacks.
Well,
now you're making me laugh. I don't laugh very often, but
they went down to the third string, and they took out Whaley after the before the second half.
Okay.
So it's like,
yeah.
even their wide receivers, he just tested the waters on everybody, and I think that's what's happening with a lot of these teams.
Yeah.
Is they're testing the waters on these first games. So we're not going to be able to really depict who's going to be doing what this season until we see one or two games.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I it's just that the Michigan State thing. It's where when I rated this is where they are right now.
I could see it because they're veteran and a coach.
See, because of that veteran head coach. You just don't ever count them out. You just don't ever count them out.
I gotta say Texas because they're young talent.
Yeah, well, I mean,
you live right there in Austin. You have a lot of talent.
You don't think
Tom Herman's gonna turn it around?
In Tom we trust.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny though? I'll get back to this with Tyler too because I'm yet to see it though. Because the reason why Strong had basically started these players out at Texas and couldn't turn it around. Yes, Herman supposedly is coming in with a better philosophy, getting them motivated more and so forth. Something that Strong apparently did not do. Now, you get back with these guys with Texas. I just don't know if they're going to be able to do it. I really don't.
They are.
I really don't.
They are.
Because this is where I'm getting at. I'll go back to it. Strong had Louisville. Okay? He built them up. And he had the same type of record as what Herman did at Houston. Same exact record. Well, if you put Houston against Louisville, that ain't happening. Louisville's going to take them down. Now, look how well Strong did with Texas.
Yeah.
As long as some announcer doesn't say after we score a game-winning touchdown against USC, as long as an announcer says, Texas is back, folks. Texas is back, folks! That's exactly what he said against Notre Dame. He ruined our season from there.
Yeah, you cannot...
Just stop saying that. Stop saying Texas is back.
You got to give him a couple games.
Yeah.
Let Herman work the field.
I know everybody's probably excited, but to see Texas back, I'm not saying I'm excited.
Nebraska fans aren't.
but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think our teams are great though. I get where you're coming. Michigan State, Texas is obvious. A lot of people are seeing that they're going to make the comeback this season. Yeah. And Arkansas, nobody sees that. But all right, you're the only one. All right, biggest surprise team. Who you got? This was kind of hard.
It is.
But then I came to an easy consensus.
Who do you have?
Virginia Tech. Biggest surprise. They end up in top 10 at the end of the season. I want you guys to know the name Justin Fuente. Steps in for Frank Beamer. What does he do? 8-4 season, first season. That's great stepping in for a Hall of Fame coach, Frank Beamer. Justin Fuente is somebody you're gonna have to remember. I think Virginia Tech goes 9-3 this season. I think they end up in top 10. They get to a big bowl game. I think they're your surprise team.
I think you're a surprise team, and I know this may not come as a surprise, but Clemson. I think Clemson is going to do a lot better than what people think. I mean, I just
back to Dabo Sweeney.
Ah, man. You know what? Just because they lost Deshaun Watson, I wouldn't count them out. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna. Okay. I'm just. You guys are gonna just see it for yourself.
Yeah. All right. You got a sleeper team in your mind?
Really, I don't. I'm seeing those top teams back in it again. I just don't think that. I don't know. I don't have a surprise upcoming team.
Okay. All right. Then we gonna move on to our sleeper team. Team no one talks about, but quietly makes it into the top 5, even top 10 if you want to say. My sleeper team. They're already in the top 10, but it's Oklahoma State. No one talks about them. They're a sleeper team. No one talks about Mason Rudolph. No one talks about James Washington.
Yeah.
No one talks about Justice Hill. No one talks about... Well, I guess people talk about Mike Gundy's mullet.
Yes, they
But-
talk about Gundy.
But I think they're a sleeper team. I think they're going to sneak their way into the playoff, which we will talk about later. There's my sleeper.
That's your sleeper, huh? Who's your sleeper? Do you have any sleeper ones?
I would say my biggest one that's not really in there right now. You know, you hear a little bit of talk about them, but not a whole lot. Mainly about the within the Big Ten. But I think a good sleeper team that's coming on very, very strong is Penn State.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think they already have a lot of hype going in.
Yeah.
And hopefully they can continue that hype.
And like Tyler said, they've got one of the best coaches out there for what he's done.
I'm trying to think.
To bring a broken down college from what happened years ago up to where they're
Yeah,
at
I mean,
now.
I can see Penn State. I mean, Penn State gets overlooked by Ohio State a lot.
Man. Let me see. My sleeper. My sleeper.
Nebraska. Oh, come on, man. Don't say
Nebraska going 11-1. Oh man, no.
Man, I'm out of here.
No,
I'm gonna walk off this stage right now.
Iowa.
Well, I'm not. No. You said sneak into the top 10, right?
Yep.
Oh man, this is hard. Oh man. You like-
Oh, sorry, folks. I gotta wake back up.
you know what? I don't know. I think.
What you
People,
were
he
talking
got
about,
so much thing. He got so much teams on his mind. He cannot choose.
Hey, why he is thinking here for a minute, Tyler, let me ask you this: was USC up in there in the top 10 last year?
I'm just gonna go on the line and say this, guys. Okay, and this is a bold prediction, but Louisville. They're going to sneak into the top 10.
No. I'm done.
Louisville.
no.
Lamar
Keep talking about Lamar Jackson. I'm going to walk right off this right now.
Lamar
I'm gonna walk out of here.
We're putting them in the top 10.
Okay.
They're going to be
That's fair enough.
He's still going to put up
But what's going to happen is they're going to toss the coach because he can't act right and do anything wrong.
I don't even want to talk about them.
All right.
Who's your biggest fall? Clemson's my biggest fall. They fall off a cliff. They lost their offense. You lost Mike Williams.
So?
You lost Wayne Gallman. You lost the best college quarterback we've ever seen, Deshaun Watson.
Oh my goodness! You think
All you kept is their defense.
There's 3 of them. There's 3 of them that are gone. Big falls.
Who?
They're up the highest from what Tyler said. We'll take them. Who'd you say?
Clemson.
Clemson.
Yep.
And the next you got one of the teams that are going to be falling is Baylor.
Yep.
Big time. It's
so?
going to take them a year or 2 to get worked back up with this new coach. And I forgot the other one, but there's 3 of them that I had in mind.
Biggest fall, huh?
Yep. That is.
You
You know,
there's a lot of. I mean,
yeah.
You can't see Alabama losing.
LSU is a scary thought because
Yeah.
their quarterback situation.
Oh, another
So-
one, Oregon.
Ooh,
I mean, they're horrible last
I think
year.
Oregon is going to actually improve this year.
Yeah. I think
You really think so?
Yeah.
I actually think they're going to improve. But
Why didn't know the coach that used to be there? I wish he would have stayed. If he would have stayed, Oregon would still be up top.
man, but you think Clemson is going to fall, right?
Yes.
You think they're going to fall all the way?
Without a doubt.
Oh, there you go. That's who I've got. Texas Tech.
Oh yeah, I mean they've never been way up there though, but yeah, they're gonna fall.
But they're
gonna
a
be
challenging team.
they're gonna
They'll
be
challenge
even worse.
anybody.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just come out, and say I don't think Florida is gonna be all that good. I really don't. Their defense is good, but their offense is not
Yeah, I think Hogg's
So
going
I
to beat
think-
him again.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be. They're probably gonna be out of it.
However they do that the best way. I don't think he's not the best wide receiver in my eyes, but
Callaway is good, but I mean, I'm just saying, right now, it's. I just think Florida.
Clemson's got it by far.
Watch Michigan just roll all over Florida. They're just gonna they're gonna just manhandle Florida. So
Yeah, but I just heard today there's 2 of them that are out
mm,
from Florida. Tyler, I don't know if you heard that, but there's 2 of them that are
yeah.
out that will not be playing.
yeah. See, so,
One, 2 of their main key players.
so I just don't. I think they're gonna be. We're not gonna be talking about them.
We're going to have to wrap up the show here soon, but let's move on to players.
Okay.
Top quarterback. This was tough.
It was.
Very tough, because I said Mason Rudolph's my Heisman winning
Yeah.
player, but my top quarterback is Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
He's just that good.
I can see that. I'm gonna have to go with Baker Mayfield. I think he's just solid. I'm serious. He's good. He's good.
I'm going with a surprise. I'm not going with Jalen Hurts. I'm going with Francois.
Okay.
Surprise attack.
Okay. What about Lamar Jackson? How come you didn't have?
I just don't think
he's
he's
not-
got the line.
No, he's just not accurate.
Yeah.
And have you
Not
watched
accurate.
him?
Yeah.
He runs a lot. He has to run a lot because he has no one to throw to.
But boy, can he run!
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, he turns the ball over a lot. But if he can, let's say he can improve, like take care of the ball a little bit more, watch his turnovers.
Watch out for Trace McSorley from Penn State.
Yeah.
Jake Browning from Washington.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Heisman race. You got this is a quarterback year.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think I have Sam Darnold just like
Yeah.
a bunch of other analysts have.
Okay, I'm gonna
All
take
right.
Baker.
Okay.
I mean, he's just proven, very intelligent quarterback.
That's why, guys, it's going to be interesting to see how we run this here in a couple weeks.
Running back. Top running back.
Oh man,
I got a surprise.
Who do you have?
Royce Freeman
The Rolls Royce
from the Oregon
the
Ducks.
Oregon Ducks.
We just don't think about him like this
He's
because
good.
he's from Oregon and Oregon has fallen off a cliff. I love Saquon Barkley from Penn State. I love Mike Weber from Ohio State. But this Rolls Royce, I love Bo Scarborough too.
Yeah,
But
I've
this
got
Rolls-Royce-
two. I've got two. I've got Scarborough and I've got Geis.
Rolls Royce he got injured
Yeah.
throughout the season last year.
Yeah.
He doesn't get injured. NFL caliber.
But the thing is, if LSU does not have a good passing quarterback, he's going to use Geis. And you guys already know what he can do. He outpassed Leonard Fournette in yards last year.
And
So-
you also got to think about Nick Chubb. I
Yeah,
like
there's
Nick Chubb.
out
He's
of
good.
Georgia.
He's good.
But I got Rolls
I
Royce.
got Saquon Barkley. I think Penn State wouldn't be where they are if it had not been if it's not for Saquon Barkley. He sets the tone. If he's running well, then Trace McSorley, he can do his thing. I just think that
See, that's why I came with Oregon. Is
Yeah.
Rolls Royce not playing well? Oregon's horrible. Nick Chubb's not playing well. Georgia's horrible.
and I think that's a dangerous game for the Huskers going in Eugene, playing the Oregon Ducks. Rolls Royce, I believe, like you said, he's a terrific
Yeah,
runner.
but Melvin Gordon night, 350 yards
Yeah.
rush.
It's not only him that I'm really concerned with. It's some of the other running backs that they have as well. They just got speed everywhere.
Yeah, that's what they're known for.
Yeah.
Top wide receiver. I got a surprise.
Cortland.
Go ahead.
Cortland Sutherland, I think he's from SMU. He's good.
That's yours.
Yeah.
Okay. You surprised me.
Yeah, because
You really did.
Yeah, because you know what? When this guy can play. This guy can play. He's an NFL caliber like a wide receiver, big body. He just doesn't get the media attention.
Yeah,
But-
I agree. I mean, you're not going to get it from the SMU.
Yeah, you're not gonna get him, but he is a solid wide receiver. Calvin Ridley. I was thinking about him.
Wow, you just took my surprise.
Yeah.
That is my top. Senior, gets the media attention, plays for the top team in college football, and he got a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Calvin Ridley is my top wide receiver.
Yeah. But
And he can punt return.
Yeah, but but Cortland can play. He can play. So I mean, a lot of people just they don't know him, but everybody, Cortland Sutherland, he's good. He's really, really good. So yeah,
Okay.
Calvin Ridley is a beast though.
Okay. I love Calvin
Well,
Ridley.
What about
let me
James
ask
Washington
you,
though? You know.
Let me ask you these.
I like
That's
James
what I
Washington.
was going to ask you. What do you guys think about? For instance, he's got this guy that's coming off of Texas.
Yeah, you got Colin Johnson.
That's 6 foot something. If he's got hands, he could steal the show from everybody.
Yeah.
Same as Washington. He's nobody that anybody's been paying attention to until last night.
Yeah.
So
I just
if you get one of them 6'5", 6'6" guys like Calvin Johnson, Megatron, if you get someone like that back in there again and they've got hands, you're done.
Oh yeah.
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 all right.
Calvin Ridley, right?
Calvin Ridley.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
oh,
a
yeah.
good
And
choice.
he's just
It's
an
a good
all-around
choice.
good player.
It's a
I
good
thought he was
choice.
going to go to the NFL last year, but he decided to stay, which I thought was smart.
He's
And
good.
now he's going to be one of the top wide receivers this year, and he's going to be going to the NFL.
Oh, I can't argue with that. I mean, he's a beast. What about Callaway? I mean, you think that?
I like Callaway, but he gets himself in trouble.
Mhm.
So that's going to ruin his top wide receiver status.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I don't see Florida doing much, but I'm just saying. But he has a talented player.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. Top defensive player. You already know who I'm going to say. Derwin James, Florida State.
You ready for this?
Go ahead.
Y'all ready?
I'm staring you right down.
It's a surprise one. Ed Oliver from Houston.
From Houston.
Nobody knows him.
I heard from him last year.
Oh man, he was a beast.
Yeah.
Freshman.
Mm-hmm.
I watched him in the game against Louisville.
Yeah.
Dominated.
Oh, he did.
He dominated Lamar Jackson. Just dominated him. I mean, and it was like a maybe a Thursday night game. Louisville couldn't do nothing. He was all over the back. He was all in the backfield.
So he has shots to make Heisman for you.
Huh?
He has legitimate shots making the Heisman for you.
Probably like fifth or like fourth or fifth or something.
See,
like
that's
that.
why I got Derwin James, because he does.
Yeah. But I think he is, like I said, Ed Oliver, so underrated. He's one of the best defensive tackles in the league right now.
See, and
I'm throwing some sleepers at you.
I'm gonna have to agree with Tyler. I would go with Derwin James, and then the other one that you need that's in competition with him, a strong quarterback, which is Fitzpatrick.
Oh yeah.
And he's just growing older, and if you give him room, you're done.
Yeah, I mean Minka was up there on my list as well. I could easily see him in the top.
Oh yeah, and the top 20 easily going toward the Heisman.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
I agree. All right. Now let's end off this show on our college football playoff picks. That way everybody knows, so we don't cheat, that we changed our picks. These are our picks right now. Who's making the college football playoff? Leon, you want to start?
Yes, I'm going to go with, for the national championship, from right now, I'm going to pick Alabama versus Florida State.
Okay. Who makes your 3-4 spot? You have
I'm gonna
Alabama, Florida State.
I'm gonna go with Michigan.
A Big Ten, okay.
I'm gonna go with Michigan, and I'm gonna go with Oklahoma State.
Okay.
So basically, how I would put them in is I'm going with Florida State overall. Then Alabama. Then I'm gonna go with Oklahoma State. Then Michigan.
Okay. I don't
Okay.
mind it. I don't mind
Check this out. Okay, guys, ready? Rose Bowl. I got Ohio State versus USC. Okay. Ohio State versus USC. Sugar Bowl. Alabama versus Florida State. The title game. The CFP title. I got Alabama versus Oklahoma. Oklahoma State. So it's going to be Alabama, Oklahoma State for the national championship.
Okay, that's who you're.
And then Alabama winning it all. They just got it all.
That's reasonable.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this before Tyler picks his.
Yeah.
Why did you say Florida State's gonna beat Alabama tomorrow?
You know what? But overall, I think At the end.
At the end.
Yeah, at the
of
end.
the season,
I
they
think
could be more healthy.
Both of those guys are going to have probably one loss.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, and I think that Alabama.
Those are some good choices.
Yeah,
I agree.
because of that experience, because of that tough defense,
Right.
and they're gonna get it again. What do you think? What do you got?
Mine's a little different,
Okay.
but pretty much the same. We all have one different team. Let me tell you, Alabama's number 1. Gets first seed, best overall team in college football.
I can see
We
that.
said our best offense, we said our best defense. Well, Alabama's best overall team out there. Ohio State's number 2. I think they stick at number 2. Their defense is going to grow. They're young right now. That was their first game. I think Ohio State sticks at number 2. I don't see anybody in the Big Ten beating them. The closest one is Michigan because they play at Michigan. But even if they lose that game, I still see the College Football Committee wanting Ohio State to be in there.
But didn't you say Ohio State lost a coordinator or two?
They lost
To
Tim Beck.
Texas, right?
To Tim Beck, but Tim Beck didn't
Beck,
do
yeah.
much at Ohio State. But I mean,
Do you see any team going undefeated in this year?
No.
This year. Wow. So everybody's going to have at least one loss.
Yes.
Going in? Okay.
Florida State number 3, third seed. So you have Ohio State versus Florida State, first game. I like that game. It's gonna be a good game. Florida State, they have that defense. Great young talent, DeAndre Francois. I like Florida State. Fourth seed, Oklahoma State. I like that high-powered offense. I don't like it when they play by Longhorns, but Oklahoma State's gonna.
I can see
That high-powered offense is gonna get them into the playoff this season. Since the Big 12 has a championship, Oklahoma State wins the Big 12 championship against Texas, so Oklahoma State gets into the 4th seed. I want to put USC in there, but I think Oklahoma State gets in there.
I'm going to have to say USC just now got basically the best recruiting class, okay, out of everybody in FBS. I'm going to give them a year or two, and they're going to be right back up there in the top 4.
Really?
I'm not going to put them in there just yet. They got a good recruit, but that you get rookies in there, they don't know compared to those senior guys in there. So I'm going to give them a year or 2.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't. Here's my championship.
Okay.
Alabama versus Ohio State. I think it's once again.
That's what I have.
And we all know who's going to win it. Roll Tide, baby! Alabama once again! You know it.
Yeah.
You know it.
It's
Best coach in college football ever.
Yeah. The dynasty is just going to continue.
I don't know.
They got a freshman quarterback.
Jimbo could upset him.
They got a freshman quarterback from Hawaii that
Yeah.
he's people are saying he could be a starter for most other teams.
And did you hear about that though? Them Hawaiian guys are very, very good players.
Listen, you need to be like the greatest college football quarterback of all time to beat these Alabama Crimson Tide. I don't see that, in this class, So, I mean, I just feel that Alabama's going to win it all, like you said. I mean, unless there's a Deshaun Watson out there. And
I'm sticking with Florida State,
Yeah.
fellas. You
See,
guys,
and
Alabama, I
I
got
just don't think
When-
Francois is that caliber, though.
Yeah, when it comes down to the playoffs,
Woo,
when it comes down to the playoffs, though, as you look at it as you obviously have an ACC team that gets in there easily, an SEC team that easily gets in there, and a Big Ten team. So really, that 4th spot is going to be between the Big 12, and that's probably Oklahoma State, or the Pac-12. That's who it's going to be a battle between. And it's either going to be probably USC or Oklahoma State. That's kind of what you put USC.
Yeah.
We put Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
You did put Oklahoma State, right?
No.
No, you did not put Oklahoma State.
No, I have number 1, Alabama, number 2, Ohio State, number 3, Florida State, and number 4, USC.
Okay, yep. See, and I'm fine with that because I put USC just outside at number 5.
I actually think they're going to be probably better than Washington.
Oh yeah,
I just
Hey,
They're
remember what we talked about too, Tyler. This is my thought, okay? Whoever wins tomorrow night out of Florida State and Alabama, one of those, I beg to differ a little bit with Tyler. One of those are going to have an undefeated season. Whoever, because those are the top, in my opinion, the top 2. Okay, so I'm guessing that one of them 2 are going to have an undefeated season. Okay, because tomorrow's their toughest game of the season, in my opinion. Now, Florida State, they've got one competitor over in the ACC. Me and Tyler's already talked about them before. North Carolina State is coming up strong.
They always play them. Play teams tough.
We play at North Carolina State.
Ooh, yeah,
That's
they
hard
are.
place.
So
to play.
it's going to be.
But then you got to remember, Florida State does also play at Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
They do play Virginia
So-
Tech, but I think they'll
So
still.
you know what's going to happen?
And Clemson.
Whoa!
Guys, Clemson. Clemson.
All right, see you later, guys.
That defense.
It's been nice.
Okay. So
that
Clemson.
defense is still there. but anyway,
I know.
but
But-
it's questions that
Yeah,
I
they
know.
held Bama.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Clemson. I'm saying it. A lot of people are gonna. They're gonna. Clemson's gonna be a lot better than what people think. I think they're kind of just writing them off because Deshaun Watson's gone, but. I don't
Yeah,
think
he could very easily get another QB in there. And
Oh,
this guy
Dabo's
could
one
be-
of the best coaches in college football. So
Yeah.
so. Don't sleep on him.
I like Dabo. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening to the Undefeated. It's been a great show. Once again, we are going to be back next week debating all the sports news. We are coming back with our first take on the college football and how the weekend went. We're going to give our NFL playoff takes, who's making it to the playoffs, and much more. Remember to contact me at my Facebook page at Undefeated Sports News Talk. Or you can contact me on my Twitter page at undefeated, _T_M. Or you can contact me for comments and questions at my email, tylers20@yahoo.com. Or you could use my Facebook page. Does not matter. Thank you for listening, everybody. So we will talk to you later. We out.
Out.
Be back, people, when you guys figure out, just like Max Kellerman, Leon Hurst is always right. You will see.
Alright. Call that one heck of a show. Hey, guys.